As social ventures develop from startups to grown-ups, they undergo many changes. For example, as regards who is driving the organization and how that actually happens. It also comes with different requirements as regards the financing of the ventures, and there are many critical junctions. But what are those? To provide a sketch of how social ventures typically develop, we can distinguish three different phases: the startup phase, the maturity phase, and the investment phase. The startup phase is very person-focused. The entrepreneur is the champion with all critical skills and drives the development of the organization. As the venture matures, the organization as a system is growing more complex. This phase requires increasing efficiency and building up strong relations to stakeholders within and outside the organization. The need for more coordination applies to all types of organizations, be they more hierarchical or more holacratic. At this stage, the venture might start thinking about how to position themselves for a mid to long-term investment. As the investment phase moves closer, organizations need to further fortify their structures. They need to establish legal decision-making processes and professionalize their documentation. For example, for a due diligence check by an investor. Measuring social impact and implementing impact information in social accounting can be equally important. Investments are now typically sought to finance scaling of the organization or other types of growth. Accelerating organizational development and exposing the venture to the world of investment might produce turmoil. When conflicts arise or decisions need to be made quickly, the entrepreneur could move back into the center of governance. The entrepreneur or leadership team might already need to take charge, despite having grown a professional organization, to move from pitching the organization as an investment case to actually getting investors on board. Now, what do these different phases mean as regards impact and the types of investments organizations could attract? When moving from startup to maturity, as the team of the venture grows, it can work towards a proof of concept. That is, showing that the idea behind the venture works and contributes to social problem solving. This means anyone interested in supporting the venture at this stage would need to be willing to fund an idea. As the venture evolves and stabilizes, investors would need to embrace and be convinced of the entire organization. The process outlined here is a revolving one, where individuals and organizational structures take precedence at different points in time, just as during situations of crisis or when needing to convince investors, the entrepreneur may need to rethink the organization at some point. This would either be the case when the impact organization has made significant progress on a social problem and wants to expand to other fields, or when the environment is changing so quickly that the organization needs to reinvent itself and renew its purpose. This is referred to as pivoting or strategic mission drift and is becoming more important as our times are getting more turbulent and dynamic.